round turn and 2 half hitches. Morning men, starboard 10, the buffer. Okay, today's little knot is the round turn and 2 half hitches. And basically this is a very good all-round knot for securing items, fairly heavy items or items that are under strain to a stanchion. It could be your boat. I believe it can also be used when towing using a tow rope. It's got a multitude of uses, and what I'll do is I'll show you how to tie this knot and how to also make it even more secure should you need to. So anyway, without further ado, let's get knotting, and I'll just untie this and I'll see you on the other side. So here's my cordage. This will be my working end, and that down that way will be my standing end. So I have got an object now that I want to secure to this bar here, and very simply to tie the round turn and 2 half hitches is a very, very easy knot. So basically what I do is I pass my working end over my stanchion like so, and then I pass it over again for a second time so that we have a complete round turn around the actual stanchion itself. Now I want a little bit more cordage. Now the beauty of this is that if I hold on this end tightly, so on my working end tightly, if this end moves, there's very little movement being reflected in my working end here. So it's just a little bit of security. The amount of times you pass it round the stanchion just makes it a little bit more secure and less prone to slippage. And so now that I've got my round turn in, all I do is pass my working end over my standing end and then go up through that loop there that I've created. So there's one turn, sorry, one half hitch, and then do the same again, pass it over my standing end, up through the hole there, and there is my second half hitch. So I now have on my, and I've just pulled it up tightly there, push it up against so the knot binds on itself there, and I've now got 1 round turn and 2 half hitches in my cordage here. And so that is fairly secure. Now if we want to make this a little bit more secure, if I just undo this again, what we can do is we'll start the knot over again, but this time I'll take a bit more cordage. What I can do is I can pass the cordage over the stanchion once, over the stanchion a second time like so, but then pass it over like that for a third time, just to give us a bit more friction on our actual stanchion itself. I then, once I've done that, I take the working end and pass it over the standing end, up through the loop there, and I've got my first half hitch. I then go and put another half hitch there by passing my working end over my standing end and coming up through that gap there, and then I can pull that up tight. Now if I want to make it even more secure, I can go over and go over and put another hitch, so put a third hitch there, and that makes it even more secure. And there we go. That is really, really secure, and it's not going anywhere. So that's how we tie a round turn and 2 half hitches. But what I'm saying is that a round turn is the minimum that you would use. So there's 1 round turn, but we can go round again and increase that to 3 round turns, and then instead of doing 2 half hitches, we can do 3 half hitches. So I would say that the minimum is a round turn and 2 half hitches, 1 half hitch, 2 half hitch. So this is the minimum, and then from that you can build up the turns and the hitches just to make it that bit more secure. But obviously the problem with that is then it becomes time consuming when you want to undo it. So there we have it. That is the round turn and 2 half hitches. And once again, thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, if you hated it, and don't forget to leave me a comment, because I do love comments and I do reply to all comments, and it's always interesting to hear people's experiences when they use certain knots. So once again, thanks very much for watching, and let's get knotting, and I'll see you again on the other side. Bye bye.